Okay everyone, welcome to part 6 of this Python tutorial for absolute beginners. In our last 3 videos we have taken a look at 3 out of the 4 collection data types in Python, and in this video we will look at the last one and probably also the most advanced one. But don't worry, we will do this kind of slow so that you can keep up. And what am I talking about? I am talking about dictionaries, of course. Dictionaries are unordered like sets, but they are changeable and indexed. We write dictionaries with the curly brackets, just as we did with the sets in the last video. The big difference between the 3 other collection data types and the dictionaries is that dictionaries have keys and we assign values to that key or those keys. I will throw out a few examples here that we can work with. We can start with employee number 1. This is the first employee you hire in your Python programming firm. And we will start off with the curly brackets, as I said. And we will start with the first key, and that will be the name key. And to assign value to this key, we'll have to use the colon mark. And then what we type here will be the value. His name will be Josh. And then we will start off with the next key. And that will be age. And his age, it is not 42, let's say 31. That's a good age. And then the last key will be sex. And that will be male. Another one, let's do milk, for example. Imagine this is from the database of a supermarket. So milk will take the first key type, and the value will be dairy. It's a dairy product. Then it will be price, and the price will be 2. And then we can take, for example, let's take tax, and that will be 14. We now have 2 dictionaries here, and I will just go over them one more time. You start off with the curly brackets, then the first key, and that is in this instance, that will be name. You have the colon mark, and then you assign value to that key, and the value is Josh. Then you take the next key, age, you assign value to that key, that's 31. And then the last key is sex, and you assign the last value to that, and that will be male. And the same here, type is a key, dairy is the value of that key, price is a key, 2 is the value of that key, and tax is a key, and 14 is the value of the tax key. And to access the values inside the dictionary, we can simply do like this, and it's quite similar to what we have done in the other data types as well. And we will do type. We want to get the value of this key right here, and that is dairy. So when we call a key from within the dictionary, we get the output, and that is the value of that key. So type value is dairy. And you can also use another method for this, that's the get method. So we can do, for example, milk.get, and we can get the type there as well, and that will be dairy. Those 2 options there equals exactly the same output. If you do want to change a value assigned to an existing key, you can do that also, and you do that by referring to the key name, the name of the key. So let's say we want to change the price of the milk. We need to start making more money in our supermarket. So we will do milk, square brackets, price, and that is now equal to 4. So let's see what happened with our milk dictionary. Type, dairy, price is now 4, and the tax is still 14. And now if we maybe want to add another key, we can do this, milk, and then we just assign a new key in here. Let's take aisle, for example. Where in the store is this located? It's in aisle 14. And then we can get milk here again, type dairy, price 4, tax 14, and it's in aisle 14. Uh, and if you want to remove a key, now we added, let's show you how to remove a key as well. And if you want to remove a key and its value, there are several ways to do that. You can use the pop method, for example, to remove a specific key name. So if we, for example, do employee one.pop and we want to pop out the 6 key, the output here is male, but then we can check out employee again. That was, of course, a typo. Employee 1. Name Josh and age 31. We popped out or removed the 6 key. And if you want to check that a named key is actually within the dictionary, we can also use that by using the in keyword, as we have done a few times now. So price in milk, that will come out as true. But then again, if for example do that in milk, that will come as false. We do have the price key in the milk dictionary. We do not have ASDF key in the dictionary. And as with the other functions here, we can also, of course, check the length of a dictionary. So check length milk, we use the len keyword, and that's 4. We have 4 keys in the milk dictionary. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 keys there. At the end here, we will quickly go through the for loops again. And as I said before, do not worry too much about the for loops yet. We will get there. Actually, I think we will get there in the next 3 videos. There is several ways we can loop through a dictionary. If you just want to see the keys, we can do, for example, for keys in milk, and we want to print the keys just to show them here. Type, price, tax, and aisle. Those are the 4 keys within the milk dictionary. If we want the values, we can use the values function, and that will be 4 keys in milk.values. Print keys. Dairy for 1414. That are the values corresponding to the keys in the milk dictionary. We can also loop through both keys and values, of course, and we will use the items function for this. So then we will do for x and y in milk.items. Print x and y. And I don't know if I mentioned that before, but we'll get back to it when we start with the for loops. X, y here, keys here, and keys here are just variables. It doesn't have to say key here. It could say Russia or Sweden or whatever, basically. You can just write some random letters. It is just a variable. It's not anything else. As long as this is corresponding to what you have down here, then you are okay. But let's see what's happening here. We get type, dairy, price, for tax 14, and it's located in aisle number 14. Yeah, I forgot to mention, we can also, of course, as we did before with the other, with lists and tuples and so on, we can use the clear method to empty the dictionaries. So that will be, for example, milk.clear. And then we can get milk here again, and we emptied the dictionary. And we can also use the del keyword to delete the whole thing, and then we will find milk is nowhere to be found anymore. Name milk is not defined because we just deleted the whole thing. As you can see, dictionaries are a bit different than list, sets, and tuple. It is, as also the other earlier mentioned collecting data types are, a great way to store data. The big difference is when it comes to dictionaries that we have the keys and we assign a value to those keys. And the output, if we don't want the keys especially, will be the value assigned to the key and not the key itself. There's of course also a ton of other stuff we can do with dictionaries and also the other collection data types in Python. I can mention, for example, we can put dictionaries within lists and so on and so on, but that is a story for another video and a bit further down the road. This video have shown you the basics and what you need to know now as a Python beginner. You will get there, but let's run a bit slowly towards the end goal here. And I think actually this will be the end of video number 6. And up until now we have gone through strings, numbers, lists, tuples, sets, and dictionaries. Do yourself a favor now and start typing this out on your own. Play a bit with it and try to use everything we've gone through. Do that a few times, because the best way to learn is to actually type it out a million times, just to get it in your fingers. And in the next video we are going to leave collection data types for a bit, and we're going to start talking about the real programming part. We are only a few videos away, I think 2 videos away now, from start making our first small program. And as always, if you do have any questions about what we've gone through in this video or any feedback, then please leave them in the comment section down below. Do give me a huge thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel, because now the really fun stuff begins.